Hi, my name is Phil Anderson and I'm running for United States Senate to represent Wisconsin. Tonight we're talking to you from right in front of Wingress Stone, which is a big quarry, sort of right in the middle of Fitchburg, which may raise the question to many of you who question libertarian politics as to what is the relationship between those who own the quarry with the people that own the property around it. That's actually the same problem that's occurred in northern Wisconsin with mining and property rights being subdued by state legislation. I say subdued, I'm not sure if that's the right word. Subjugated, eradicated, whatever. But the point here is that the quarry was here first. So people that have moved in around the quarry, including the PDQ parking lot that we're in, they have decided to build here knowing that there might be some noise pollution or something from the quarry, from its usual way of doing business, trucks moving in and out, rocks being crushed, etc. Anyone who's moved in after knows that this exists. Now, let's take a different scenario. Let's say about 2 miles north of here, where it's all residential, a quarry company, a stone company, bought a whole neighborhood because there was some valuable rock under there and decided to open a quarry. Bought all the houses up, paid fair market price for all of it, and then decided they were going to build a quarry. Now that's something that people who object to libertarianism because they don't understand it would say will be a big problem. This corporation can come in and they can buy people out and create a nuisance and infringe on the rights of those around them. But that is not true, because we know that quarry companies and garbage dumps and other things like that have predictable hazards and are predictably dangerous to the property rights of those properties that are around them. So of course that's something that legitimately can be regulated. You can't just do whatever you want in a libertarian society. You're responsible for respecting the property rights of the people around you. And if it's something like driving 100 miles an hour down the Beltline where you know that's dangerous, that should be against the law because it's a predictable risk to the life and safety, happiness, health of those around you. Same with property uses. If somebody buys a bunch of property and they're going to use it for something that's dangerous or pollutes the atmosphere, let's say CAFO, for example, a cattle operation, that you know, unless it's some miraculous situation, they're going to pollute the water downstream. That's something that the people that live around that operation, if it's before it starts up, have a right to complain about, and it can be regulated against, because we know that CAFOs create massive pollution downstream. That's generally true. It's predictable. So that's a case where libertarianism would prescribe regulations for operations like that because there's a predictable risk to property rights. It's not just the Wild West, every corporation can run over every small property owner where the big guy triumphs over the little guy, etc., etc. It's not like that at all. Libertarianism actually respects the rights of the smallest property owner. If you own a property that's 10 feet by 10 feet, you have the rights to that property, the right to enjoy it the way that you bought it. Whether you're near a quarry, near any other sort of mine, near a highway, or near a CAFO, or wherever. That's what libertarianism stands for. It's not just big corporations running roughshod over little guys. It's for respect of property rights of individuals, as well as companies, but of individuals. And that's important to know. As your senator, I'll fight against the idea and the concept and the legality of eminent domain, which is an abuse of property rights on behalf of the government. I'll also respect any situation where a person is defending their property rights against big government or big corporation intrusion into that. I'll defend the property owner and their legitimate right to enjoy that property in the way that they bought it into the future continuously, unless they choose to sell it. And even then, if they choose to sell it, it has to be regulated according to the people that then live around that. So it all just sort of makes sense. Respect the property and the space and the privacy and the livelihood of the people around you. That's what I'll fight for as your senator, and that's what I'm telling you tonight. We will talk to you again tomorrow.